Hello and welcome to Software Pulse, building Java desktop applications, and I'm John McNeil. And this is the fourth in the series of JavaFX Fireside chats, and you may recall in the third session we looked at integrating JavaFX into our Eclipse environment and built a very simple JavaFX application to prove everything was working. In this video we're going to look at installing Gluon Scene Builder, and for those of you that don't know, Scene Builder is a drag and drop user interface builder, which is a great way to mock things up if you're just trying to work out how things are going to fit together. And we're going to check that we can get our fxml documents built with Scene Builder to integrate with our JavaFX application. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. Let's go see how it turns out. The first thing we need to do is obviously download our Gluon Scene Builder software and install on our machine. So for that we'll switch to a browser and you just type Gluon Scene Builder, press enter, and obviously so gluonhq.com is the site that's come up here, which looks around about right. I'll just press that. I'm just going to press the download button, and this will bring me to the latest download available for Gluon. If you look down below, you can see if you are using Java version 8, there's some options available for that version. I'm guessing Gluon only build versions for stable releases or long-term releases. So I've got Windows, so I'm just going to press the Windows installer, and then that will I'm sitting here thinking that will start to download. Yep, that will start to download. It's an MSI installer, so when it downloads you just double click it, run it and install it. I install it to the default location. So enough of that. Once it's installed you can launch it, and I have already launched mine here. And this is what it looks like once you've closed the pop-up windows and things like that. And you can create something by just going File, New, and there's one, and then you can just drag stuff into there, or you can just drag, I'm not going to show you into there. I'm not going to show you how to use this. It's quite straightforward and intuitive, so just play around for a little bit and you'll get the hang of it. And in fact we'll probably do some more Gluon Scene Builder stuff in another video. So that's our software installed. Now how do we use it? I don't want to save that one. I seem to have lots of them open. So I'm going to start by going to Eclipse, and I'm going to create a new project. So just like we did in the previous video, just a Java project, you give it a name. We're still going to use version 11 as the default. We are still going to create a module info file because it's a JavaFX application and we've already demonstrated that we need that. But other than that, well, no, the other thing I'm going to do is this time I'm going to try and get it right. I'm going to go to the libraries, click the module path, add a library, use a library, next, and put my JavaFX in there. Just change that test44 to a lowercase t and create, and there's the module info and our stub of our file. And now next I am going to create a new class and call that test44. I'm going to put it in a package com.test for the reasons we talked about before, but now because I've remembered to actually include JavaFX, I can now extend this with application, JavaFX application.application, that one there, and I want a public main, and the first thing we have to do is get the JavaFX first thing we've got to do is add JavaFX.graphics into the module info file, so it knows to bring the package in, and then we will have to add our unimplemented methods, and then here we can just call our launch method from our application class that we have extended, passing it the arguments that the application received. So that's that, and then down here we are going to do some stuff. But I'm going to wait there now, because what I'm going to do is under my com.test I'm going to create a new file. Now, because I don't have anything in any Gluon Scene Builder widgets or JavaFX widgets installed on Eclipse, I'm going to have to do everything myself. So I'm just going to call this sample.fxml, and this is the file we're going to open in Scene Builder. So I'm just going to create a blank empty file called sample.fxml. The fxml bit I think is important. The sample, obviously you can call your file whatever you want to call it. So now we've got the file there, we are going to go to Scene Builder and open that same file. So what you need to know is you need to know where your workspace is for Eclipse. So when you set Eclipse up, it said, oh, where do you want to create your workspace? You need to know where that is, because you're going to have to navigate there now. So I can go File, Open, and it gives me some browser thing, and I'm trying to remember where actually I have installed mine, which I think is down here somewhere. There we are, Eclipse Workspace, and it's test 44, and it will be in the source file, com test sample fxml, open. And for this, let me just check. Yeah, okay, so for this I'm going to start with a border pane, and then I'm just simply going to put in a label in the center of my border pane, and I'm going to change my label to be hello world, and we'll make it a little bit bigger so that we can see it. Something like that should do us. And we'll just, I don't know why I'm fiddling around with this, we'll make it reddish. That's it. So that's what our application is going to look like when it starts. So I'm just going to close that down. When it says, do you want to save? Obviously say yes. And what you'll find eventually is the code that Scene Builder has built should be generated in here. It can take a little while to get up to speed. But while we're waiting for that, we are going to come in here and we are going to do the rest. Now I'm going to copy and paste because so we put a border pane in our Scene Builder. So what we're going to say is, let me just change that as well. Right, so we put a border pane in our as the root of our Scene Builder fxml document. So what we need to do is we need to get an fxml loader and load sample.fxml. I wish I hadn't. I'm gonna. So there you are. You can see the code is refreshed now. I'm just going to close that down because that fxml is uppercase, and I'm not sure it's relevant. But I'm going to change it to lowercase just in case it causes me a problem. There we are. Right, so get an fxml loader. We're going to load this sample.fxml. So we're getting our current class, and then we're going to get a resource that is relative to our current class, so it's in the same package, so we don't need to do anything. We can just say sample.fxml. If you choose to move your fxml somewhere else, you're going to have to make sure you provide a suitable path to get there. And then we're going to cast it to a border pane, because fxml loader load only returns I can't remember what it returns, but it returns probably a generic pane. So we need to cast it to a border pane, and then we've got a border pane called root, and then we're going to create a scene, and we're going to say the scene is going to be 400 by 400. I just picked 400 by 400 random numbers. You can pick whatever you want, and that's how big it will be to start with. And then I'm setting the scene to my primary stage, which is what I get when I call the start, and then I'm saying, and then show the stage, just display what we've got. So there's nothing really clever here, but the border pane is complaining about it hasn't been imported, so we're going to import the border pane, and the scene hasn't been imported, so we will import the scene. Oh, and fxml loader is requiring something. It's requiring JavaFX.fxml to be in the info module. So at the moment all we've got is requires JavaFX graphics, and what we're going to do is we're going to add in this fxml option. So now we've got two options in there, and we also know from the last time that we need an opens com.test so that we can have access to the code in this package. So we'll save that, and we'll save that, and we saw that our fxml had updated from Scene Builder, so that's there. So we can run this, and we will run it now, and it will generate an error. So let's run that, and there we are, we've got an error, and it's complaining about java-lang class not found exception JavaFX scene.control.label. It's saying it can't find the label. And if we go back to our sample fxml, you'll see up here they've got a whole load of import statements up here. These are import statements for this fxml document, and it doesn't necessarily follow that we have imported those same packages in our source code. So I haven't found a good way of working out how to do this, so what I tend to do is I tend to copy all the imports from my fxml document, I paste them in here, I just change the formatting of them to make it suitable for my Java, and look to see which ones it complains about. And there's a red one on this control label, and if you go on there it says, oh, add requires JavaFX controls to your module info Java. So if I press that, I'll find that I've now got 3 requires statements in there. I haven't got any errors now on my imports, so I can delete those 3 I put in there, save that file. I didn't touch that file at all, and now when I run it I will find that it works, because it will be able to find everything. Yeah, perhaps I should have sized it a little bigger. So that's all of our code done. So if you want to use Java 11, if you want to use JavaFX, and you want to use Scene Builder as a standalone piece of software, that's how you can get it all to work together. In the next video we're going to take a look at how you can integrate Scene Builder into Eclipse and make this all a little more seamless. So thanks for watching, hope you found it informative. I'm John McNeil, and this has been Software Pulse, building Java desktop applications.